Yes, so what happens exactly in the therapy room is something that I think all of you would be wondering, because there are so many ideas and so many concepts that people have about therapy. Sometimes it is about the Freudian couch, sometimes it is about just chatting with the therapist, sometimes it is, there are some novel ideas that have come up, discussing therapy over coffee in a restaurant, and or is it hypnotherapy, or is it Reiki, or is it past life regression? So is it something so exotic, or what exactly is therapy? So there are a lot of these questions and lot of myths surrounding psychotherapy. So the first thing that I would like to tell you is that psychotherapy is a very professional relationship between the therapist and the client. Client is sometimes also called as the patient. So it's a very professional relationship, and it's a very deliberate relationship. That means deliberately they have formed this relationship to get over the problems that the client has come with. Okay? When I say that, that means the relationship has a time limit. The relationship is made only for solving some problems. Okay? The relationship cannot continue beyond that boundary. It cannot continue beyond that timeline. And it cannot continue beyond that professional boundary as well. Okay? So we have to remember all these things when we talk about therapy. Now, what exactly happens in the therapy room? There are very few people who continue to have the Freudian couch and psychoanalytic therapy, but most of us prefer to sit on tables and chairs or sofas and talk. So the Freudian couch doesn't really exist so much now. Yes, we may have a bed in the room for some relaxation exercises, but otherwise it's very rarely that free association or lying down on the couch and talking to the therapist. That happens very, very rarely. Also, I would like to say that past life regression therapy or Reiki, or therapies that could be similar to psychotherapy, but they are not in the realm of psychology at all. So we really do not advocate these therapies as a part of psychotherapy or as a part of psychology or psychiatry or the mental health professional network. Even dermatoglyphics and all these are not approved by the psychiatric associations or the psychological associations. So if you want to go ahead with them, you can, but it is not a part of the mental health spectrum that we are talking about over here. Okay. Secondly, hypnotherapy has been a very established scientific branch since many years, but I don't know how many people are really very well qualified to use hypnotherapy. As a regular practice, do we use it? Not really. There are a few people who use hypnotherapy specifically, but you'll have to really check out the qualifications and experience, etc., where hypnotherapy is concerned. What is psychotherapy? What do we do in psychotherapy? In psychotherapy, the client comes to us with certain problems, certain questions, and we do not help to solve the questions directly. We help the client to understand those questions from various points of view. Now, that the client can do by talking to their friends also or their family also. Why should they come here? Definitely, I will say that first, as a person who wants to seek help, you should first see if you can seek help from your closest people, your loved ones. If you can get it from the net or from important information from scientific books, wherever you can, you should try. If all that fails, then you should try to seek help. Okay, so once you try to seek help, we believe that you have tried other things and things didn't seem to help, and that's why you have come to experts in this field. Now, what do we do as experts? We listen to you, and I cannot really tell you how important it is to listen, because more than 90% of the clients that come to mental health professionals really need to be listened. I cannot overestimate the word listen more than this. Okay, maybe it is the fast moving world or whatever it is, but listening is becoming a rarity. So listening without judgment is something that we do. We also try to maintain a great deal of confidentiality unless there is some emergency. We also try to help out with certain techniques that we have by which clients can think more clearly. They can reach to the root of their problems. So though we do not give any directive guidance, we help them to reach the root of their problems. We help them to get what is called as insight into their problems. Now sometimes these techniques are easy to understand, like in cognitive behavior therapy, and sometimes these techniques are a little indirect and roundabout, but nevertheless very effective, like in psychodynamic therapy. But the techniques are there to help you to get insight, and once you get insight, it is like a eureka moment where you can suddenly see things so much clearly in front of you. After that, if you need, then we can help you to practice the skills that you need to get over your problem. So that is the course of the psychotherapy treatment.